So good morning, welcome back to the channel. We had one thing sell in the store overnight, and that was Crystal Gale. Don't let your brown eyes do something. Don't it, don't it make your brown eyes blue? I know the song. Anyway, it sold to Gordon, and according to Gordon's profile on eBay, he's in California, but the fact of the matter is, this is going to the international hub. So Gordon is having it, whether Gordon's in California or not, he's having it shipped to a foreign country somewhere. Anyway, that's going out today. And the cats out in the red barn have not been fed yet this morning. So we'll get that underway, and I want to share something with you. Well, Debbie's already fed the kitty cats this morning, haven't you?
I have.
And we have something to show you out here in the barn, because I caught Debbie as she was leaving from feeding the cats.
Okay.
And we got to be quiet.
Be very, very quiet.
I don't want to scare her.
Okay, I'm following you.
Okay, she was right there. Oh, Savannah's not in here.
Oh, Mommy's not here, but the babies are. And you all can see the babies.
Hold on, I'm
You
trying.
gonna shed some light on this?
I'm trying. I had all kinds of craziness on there and I couldn't.
There's some light. And you can see that. There are 5 little kittens down there rolling around on top of some old walnuts.
Should I try to move him to make it
No,
to?
no, that's fine.
Because we're still not quite sure.
If there's 5 or not,
Yeah.
well, you can reach down there and separate them if you'd like.
All right. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5.
Okay.
All right. You need some cloth over here on this other part of walnut. Now that Mom is not there. That way the walnuts are covered up.
Walnuts, no!
This one right here, that one's rocky. That's one of the first ones that we found. Whoopsie, what happened to my
You still got a
flashlight?
flashlight. It's still working.
Oh. And the little gold one, that one's Ember. And I can't really see the other colorings. So, one of them I was going to call Dusty. And then, let's see, Dusty, Ash, Ember, Rocky, and I don't remember.
Remember those names.
So they're all gonna have names.
Well, you know.
That's awesome.
Well, that's what I do with the barn cats.
And I want a kitten named Larry.
So we found them because I came out here to get the tractor, and I walked into the barn and I heard what sounded like a squeak toy. I found 2 little kittens, only 2 of them, on the floor of the barn over around the edge over here, and apparently that's where they were born. And we spent hours trying to figure out what to do because there was no mom, there were no other kittens, just
They're
2
still
kittens.
attached to the afterbird.
Still attached, still had umbilical cords attached to them, and they were just laying on the ground. So we left them alone for a bit, hoping Mom would come back, and kept coming back and checking on them. And finally, when our son came over, right, and we're trying to figure out what to do with the kittens, he looks inside that barrel.
Because he's taller than us.
He is, and the barrel's full of old black walnuts that were harvested at one time, and nothing ever happened to them. And apparently the mom cat was hauling the babies into the barrel and left 2 on the ground behind because I think she just got tired.
Or scared.
Or scared, one of the 2. So we picked up the 2 that were on the ground and gave them to Mom. So now Mom's got, we think, 5 kittens. It could be 6, but we think it's 5. They kind of.
It looks like I think now that we've seen them a little bit clearer, I think there's 5.
Yeah. So that's the big news at the ranch.
One of the big news is
We've had a lot of showings on the house. I think we'll get an offer here pretty soon. Things are starting to pave their way. The skies are starting to open up, except not here. Here they're very gray.
There's geese out there in the...
There are geese over there. I see them. Crazy geese. I don't have anything else to report. Other than we had one thing sell in the store overnight. I already told them about that.
Okay.
I'm going to get to work on some other things, and so are you.
Yep. I'm
All
going
right.
to go in the house and do stuff.
It's important to keep busy.
Hey, so got my coffee working. Took my jacket off because it's warming up outside, and it's a little warm in here. It's 74 degrees. I may have to turn that air conditioner on. In fact, let me do that.
Oh, turn on the AC.
All right, I just turned the air conditioner on, took the jacket off because it's getting up to about 74 degrees here in the office, which means it's warming up outside, and we're going to need some cool air in here, and my stool is stuck. There we go. Now we got it over the hump.
What hump?
What I wanted to do is run with you through the list of things that have sold in the store since we last talked. I know that I tell you things that have sold the day I'm recording, right? I usually say, hey, we had this sell in the store overnight. But I usually don't touch base with you again on sales throughout the day or the days where I'm not recording. So there are some things we want to get caught up on just so you get an idea of the diversity that goes through the BSonex store. And what we're selling it for, and you'll see our prices are really reasonable. We do pass the shipping through to the customer to cover expenses on the boxes, the packing materials, and yeah, it really doesn't matter about cleanup because I think we're making that money back in the item itself. But it gives you an idea, and we're very transparent, and that's why we do charge shipping. Those people who don't charge shipping and you get free shipping, you know that shipping cost is built into the cost of the item, right? And when they do flat shipping like that, they have to take into consideration their furthest most point it possibly could ship. So if you're closer to the shipping from location, you might be paying more for shipping on a free shipping package than you would be if you're buying from us. And that's my sales pitch for the day. In any case, I told you we sold Crystal Gale in the store overnight. That went to Gordon, and I told you I didn't know what country it was from. But now I do. All I got to do is open my eyes. I thought Gordon was in California. He is not in California. Gordon is in Rocky Mountain. What is it? Rocky Mountain something or other. Hold on a second. Rocky Mountain House. That sounds like a coffee, doesn't it? Fresh from Rocky Mountain House. Rocky Mountain House is in Canada. And so Gordon bought Crystal Gale. Don't it make your brown eyes blue? Don't it make my brown eyes blue? And on the flip side of that, it's all right with me on 45. That went for $5 plus medium ale, which is $5.40 on single items like that for medium ale. So I'm not going to repeat that price again. Because we sell a lot of medium ale, as you will soon see. Leela, so hey Gordon, thank you for buying that, and good luck up there in Canada. Leela in Glenwood City, Wisconsin, bought a vintage Indiana Glass Company teardrop pattern milk glass tall-footed compote bowl. It stood about a foot tall, about 10 inches in circumference. It's a pretty good size compote bowl, which means big box, a lot of packing, a lot of weight. Anyway, Leela paid $12 for that, and shipping was $15.85. Thank you, Leela. Cynthia in Terre Haute, Indiana, bought a 1999 Seville Row Christmas Carol wall clock, a 13-inch musical wall clock. It plays 12 songs, one for each hour. I know there's 24 in a day, but the clock only shows, you know how clocks and days work. It sold for $15.20, plus $13 shipping. So thank you, Cynthia. Melanie in Tacoma, Washington, bought a Anchor Hawking Excellency 10.5 ounce goblet, and she actually bought 2 of those, so 2 glasses. They're classic, they're durable. We picked up a case or 2 of these from a banquet hall that closed up, and some of these were new that we picked up. They still had price tags on them. We're not selling any of them as new. In any case, Melanie paid $4.25 a piece for these glasses, and shipping was $20.05. Again, glass, heavy glass, packaged well in boxes. They're not going to break on their way out the door and on the way to her. Diana in Bellefonte, Pennsylvania, or Belafonte, or Belafont. I'm not going to get into that today. Pennsylvania bought a lot of 17 Guidepost Mysteries of Martha's Vineyard. So these books were hardcover books, and they were numbered in sequence 1 through 17. They went out media mail, and because of their weight, it was not $5.47. Those 17 books sold for $31. And shipping was $15.97. So all in, looks like what, $37 roughly is what Diana paid for those books, and they're in excellent condition. So thank you, Diana, for purchasing those. James in Palmdale, California, bought the Lennon Sisters Yesterday and Today audio CD pre-owned, $7 plus media mail shipping. Kylie in Indianapolis, Indiana, bought Adele Live at the Royal Albert Hall on CD. That went for $4 plus media mail. Travis in Maryville, Missouri, bought All About Eve VHS, new and sealed, so new old stock. Betty Davis and Baxter flick. Bought that for $3.25 plus media mail. Robert in Elkland, Missouri. Missouri's getting a lot of hits here. Bought a vintage 1943 New Testament Bible, King James Version, self-pronouncing, black softcover. That went for $12 plus media mail shipping. Eston in Chamberlain, South Dakota, bought Jermaine Jackson, Tell Me I'm Not Dreamin'. On one side, do what you want to do, do what you do, rather, on the other side. It's a 45 RPM record. That sold for $5.10 plus media mail shipping. Leigh in Bonneville, Kentucky, bought Boone's Lick, a hardcover book by Larry McMurdy. It's a book that was published, I think, in 2000. It's a Western adventure. Dirt cheap. We don't usually sell things this cheap. Usually we just delist them and donate the item back to somewhere.
Cup of coffee. Black coffee.
Excuse me. I need a little drink.
I need a drink. Does anybody else need a drink?
So Boone's Lick sold for $1.36. That's why I'm saying it was a low price. Plus media mail shipping. Dave in Bedford, Ohio, bought a Jeep Wrangler JK headlight bezel. He bought both bezels, one for each headlight. They fit an 07 to 2018 Jeep Wrangler. Stainless steel, black in color, but they were still stainless steel. They were new. I had bought them for a Jeep Wrangler JK that I had owned and didn't use them because I found the original bezels. I couldn't find them when I was rebuilding the front end of the Jeep, so I bought some. Any case, they sold for $8 plus $10 shipping. One in Tolima, Colombia. That went out of country. Bought an OEM Chrysler Jeep Compass module for the same Jeep Wrangler I had. So what I did is I put a new radio in the dash as I was rebuilding that Jeep. And when I did, there was no room for the OEM Compass module in it. Well, the Compass module worked, and what it did is shows whether you're going north, south, east, or west on your dashboard. It gives you a display. I didn't need that functionality anymore because that GPS functionality was built into my radio. And I had a GPS antenna for it. So I removed the module. It was a perfectly working module, and it sold for $19 plus $8 shipping. So thanks, Juan. Hope that works well in your Jeep down in Columbia. Jill in Tampa, Florida, bought a small clear glass vase candle holder, 5.5-inch ruffled scalloped edge. She actually bought 6 of those at $3.50 a piece. So the way we've got these glass vases in our store is that if you buy more than one, it starts decreasing the price on volume. If I think if you buy more than 3 or 4, it drops your price to 50% of the price if you're buying a single. In any case, she paid it broke down to $3.50 a piece for those, plus $19 shipping. Again, glass, heavy, box, packaging, all that stuff. Jacqueline in San Leandro, California, bought The Way, the Living Bible, illustrated. It's a 1973 version, 9th printing. I remember having one of these laying around the house when I was a kid. I just remember the cover for some reason. We sold that, and this isn't ours. I picked this up from an estate auction. It went for $13.75 plus media mail. Andrew in Lowell, Indiana, bought a World War II Lost Color Archives 3-part VHS history. It's from the History Channel, produced back in 2000. So VHS, 3 of them, still in the box. Not new, pre-owned. I'm sure they've been watched. Got a good deal on those. Bought them for $4 plus media mail. George in Lebanon, Tennessee, bought a Quasar VA230 video AC adapter, tested working RCA RF vintage power supply. It is tested and working. It was tested and working. We tested it actually on a Quasar camera. It powered up the camera. The camera was working just fine. We even got video output from the camera to test that functionality through the ports on the charger. But the camera was toast. There was no way we were going to sell it. So what we got for that was about, I think we paid $6 for the camera and the case. And so we sold this for $15. So we got our money back. If the camera had worked, it was probably going to be a $50 sale. That's kind of how it works when we take risks on electronics. So thankfully the power supply worked. I can tell you we bought an RCA camera that day as well, and it didn't work at all, and neither did the power supply. So all those that whole RCA camera hit the dumpster. Shipping on this particular power supply was $13.70. Thanks, George, for buying that. Catherine in Silver City, North Carolina, bought a vintage 1946 Holy Bible, King James Version, red letter edition, black leather, $19. It was pretty clean. For a 1946 version, it didn't have any writing in it, and that shipped via media mail. Melancholy in Bronx, New York, bought Mildred Pierce on VHS, also new old stock. It was sealed. Joan Crawford classic, film noir. Bought that for $7.65 plus media mail shipping. Ashley in Alexandria, Indiana, bought 2 of these. I'll show you one. It's a vintage Avon Chili Sam light up snowman with box working. One was in better condition than the other, so she bought one for $27, and the other she bought for $20. We were able to combine shipping on those, and they went out for shipping of about $11. Chad in Cedar City, Utah, bought a 1952 Holy Bible, Revised Standard Version. It had a little writing in it. Condition was very good, but it did have writing inside. We sold that for $6 and media mail shipping. Tim in Monticello, Indiana, bought the last Avon Chili Sam we had, and it was new in the box. Everything about it was new in the box. It still had its original plastic wrapping. And Tim made us an offer, and we took the offer, in that it was the last one we had, and we wanted to move the inventory. So he got that for $20 plus that $11 shipping. Joshua in Jacksonville, Florida, bought a vintage Indiana glass clear ivy bowl vase. As you see, we've sold a lot of these, and there were multiples on this. I think there were only a couple, and that's why the price is a little higher on this one. $5.40 a piece. Plus $14 shipping. Austin in Mesa, Arizona, bought Bug's Life, A Bug's Life on VHS, the old Disney Pixar movie. It was in a clamshell case, pre-owned. Austin got that for $4.25 plus media mail shipping. Alan in San Diego, California, bought The Nutcracker Mood. The Glenn Miller Orchestra is a holiday jazz CD. He got that for $4.08. Plus media mail shipping.
Nutcrackers.
Steve in Stockton, California, bought Dwayne Eddy's Twangin' the Golden Hits, a 1965 album in excellent condition. Got that for $4.25 plus media mail. Jeremy in Lubbock, Texas, got the Mamas and the Papas, People Like Us, on audio cassette. Yeah, people still listen to cassettes. 1971 cassette to top that off. $5.95 plus media mail. Peter's in Norway. Peter in Norway bought Kansas. I'm not even going to try to pronounce Norwegian city names. So there we go. It's got O's with lines through them. And anyway, Peter bought Kansas, the best of Kansas, on audio CD for $5.10 plus media mail shipping. Philip in Kentucky, Jeremiah, Kentucky, to be precise, bought a Holy Bible New Testament from 2011. It's a pocket-sized edition, red letter edition. Bought that for $8.50 plus media mail shipping. And Jeffrey in Youngtown, Arizona, bought a vintage Vigilante Western collection. 2 DVD set, 5 Western films. Got that for $4. That's a heck of a deal. Plus media mail. Gavin, and this is the last one I'll tell you about today, in Lahaska, Pennsylvania, bought a vintage Radio Shack TRC 222 40 channel CB handheld transceiver walkie-talkie for $27 and $13 shipping. We tested that. That radio worked perfectly. I got to tell you, in the last video, that reminds me that we did a CB radio and we packaged it up. I showed you how I boxed it up, and we like to box things with care. And we sold it for $50. I walked you through me plugging it in and testing it a little bit. And here's the sad side of some of our eBay adventures. It didn't make it. So somewhere in transit through U.S. Postal, it took a large hit. The box had been punctured. And in the course of that, the radio itself had been punctured. Something heavy and metal went right through the side of the box and put 2 holes in it and put 2 holes in the radio. So that radio quickly became worthless. Send us photos if something we send you is broken in shipping, and we will work it out with you and likely give you 100% reimbursement. We get that it's not your fault that the Postal Service damaged that. We'll work it out with the Postal Service if we so desire. We'll take the heat on that. In some cases, if it's completely destroyed, if it's no longer functional, we don't want it back, so we're not going to ask you to return it. We just want to make sure you're not sending us AI photos of a damaged item, because most people are honest, which is good, and we trust that most people are honest. So if you get something and it's messed up because of the way it arrived due to shipping, yeah, we will make that good. So that's what we did on that CB radio. And that brings us, what is that? That was quite a few items we went through. And that brings you up to date.
Thanks, Bill.
Earlier in the video, I left everybody, I was giving them an update on things that sold in the store.
Yeah.
And then I left them hanging, and it's been like 3 days later. So, because I've been doing other stuff, and so have you. And by the way, we have mowed the yard a couple times.
Yep.
But it's growing faster than we can get gasoline, and at $5 a gallon, it may just have to grow for a minute.
Well, it keeps raining too.
Yeah.
So we mow it, and then after we've mowed it, it rains. And then it rained for several days in a row.
I know, this ground's still wet, as a matter of fact.
It is.
All right, so we got to feed the regular cats, the regular barn cats.
It's a feral barn cat.
All right, so regular cats are fed. Now
Well,
we're gonna
kind of. We got to go back in and get
some wet food.
Oh,
Oop, I hear
babies are-
kittens. So on the far side of the barn here, in a barrel that was at least a quarter full of walnuts. Old walnuts that should have been thrown away.
Good morning.
And there are the baby kittens.
after this gets spilled. Alright.
Exposed walnuts. So the bottom of the barrel, again, are filled with old walnuts. And, you know, we didn't make this as a place for the cat to bed down. This is the place the
She
cat
picked.
chose. And by the way, the mother cat's name is Savannah. Is that right? Is that the name that you've given?
Yeah.
And you've named all 5 of these babies, right? Or,
Yeah, you can't really
or
tell.
have you named 4 of them?
I've named all of them.
Have you?
Kind of. The 5th name is still up in the air, but...
Who you got in there? Rocky, I know is one of
Well,
them.
so I can't... Yeah. So this one right here is Rocky. The little yellow one, that's Ember. This one that kind of looks like it has 2 tones colors. That one's Dusty. Ash and my last one, I'm still tossed up on the last name.
So we got 4 solid names.
Yeah.
And we need a name for the 5th one.
Yeah.
All right. And they're all kind of gray and white except for one of them, which you
Yeah.
already have named.
They're primarily gray.
So the bottom of this barrel was just full of black walnuts. And they hadn't been, the husks have been taken off of them, but they weren't deshelled. So, and they've been sitting in there for probably a year or more. And we just forgot about the barrel sitting in the barn, to be honest with you. And the Savannah apparently remembered that there was a barrel here because when she decided she was going to have babies, this is the place she carried them to, because she actually had them out here on the ground.
Right over here where the play area is now.
Yeah, and
'Cause
that box wasn't there because we tried to get her to go to the box, but she wouldn't. She made a home inside this thing. And there was no cloth inside here. Debbie put all those cut up towels in to soften the area on top of the walnuts. And Savannah's a feral cat, a feral barn cat, and she doesn't necessarily like people being close by. So she... there's a lot of hissing involved when we go messing with things when she's in the barrel. But when she's away, Debbie can put more towels and cover up the walnuts. And the babies seem pretty happy. They're getting pretty healthy. And Debbie's giving Savannah some very good protein-rich cat food. And so we're keeping everything separate over here for Savannah and the babies until they're ready. And again, they're just now starting to open their eyes. They'll probably be, it's been a week. And I'm going to guess by this time next week, they'll be stumbling around. Because they grow pretty quickly. I don't know where Savannah ran off to. I imagine she's out in the woods. She likes to go out there and visit the daddy of the cats. He's not allowed in the maternity ward.
And I'm the baby daddy.
The baby daddy.
The baby daddy. Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, so this one right here, the one that I call Dusty, has like little tannish gold legs. And Rocky has white feet and white legs and a white face. And I call him Rocky because you left part of the story out. This one right here that I call Rocky, and the little gold one, we came in the barn about the time she was transferring the babies, and 2 babies were left out.
Yep.
And then we ended up...
We picked him up and put him in here after...
After Austin came by, and we discovered that she was in here. Yeah.
Because we had 2 babies on the ground, still with placenta and umbilical cord attached, and we're going, where's the mom?
Yep, and I was stressing out, thinking I was going to have to go get kitten formula and bottles and feed them.
All right.
But it all worked out.
So we got it all wrapped up here. I think we're getting close to the end of this video, by the way, because we've eaten up a lot of time. And gosh, it's a beautiful day. Look at that blue sky. If It's only like, what is it, 41 degrees out here?
I think so.
Be nice if it was a little warmer. In any case, we'd like to thank you all for stopping by and checking out the channel. Please like and subscribe. And we'll catch up with you pretty soon, give you another kitty cat update, and bring you up to speed where we're at with the eBay store and selling the house and moving to Florida. All that good stuff.
Yep. Bye.
Y'all take care. We'll talk to you real soon.